Who's ready to surf the collective energies? This one for 20th and 21st of May. My name is Chris McCleary, National Dream Center, where we give you the main collective influence. We use several different sources, which we'll talk about, and then we'll give you the solution on how to best play this energy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the DreamBot. If this is new, check out our beginner's guide. It'll show you what this DreamBot is doing. Now we have three main memes. The red arrows are everything in the mind, contemplating, thinking, designing, creating. I'm including sun in there because the sun does in fact shine the light on certain things. In this case, thoughts, comments. So we're talking about speech technology, which connects, suggestions, appearance, how things appear, designing. That's the creating part. So kind of a broad one, but very much kind of like I was thinking like Mercury initially. I was also thinking sun, but it just so happens that sun and Mercury are going conjunct. So I just thought that was insanely synchronistic there. The blue arrows is a little bit different. This one has a lot of go words and a lot of stop words. And so I just labeled it, it's just the continuum of between stop and go. All right. And then the collective is going to be the orange arrows. Why the collective? Well, words like mutual and global. Okay. And then, I saw market, everything is kind of connected. And then we have just other words that appear like people. And so it's like a collective of humans is what the meme is. All right, let's go to the astrology. So see what we got. Yeah. And I think we can probably zoom in a little bit. Keep in mind that I put the DreamBot memes up here. And let me get the highlighter out so that you can see my cursor a lot better. All right, so the memes are up here: contemplate, stop, go, and the collective influence. So on Monday, the 20th, we have two main alignments. We have first, the moon is going to make a square to Neptune, so things are going to really get imaginative, and this is really going to make you think. So this is goes perfectly with meme A up there, but then the moon's going to go a little bit further and hit up Jupiter with a conjunction. That's around midday Central Time, 12:08 p.m. And that's more of kind of a stop-go. It doesn't really reflect on which one, but it is, Jupiter being very much like your fate or fortune or your life path, that kind of thing. And so there's a little bit of B there. It's not complete. It's not completely stop-go, but it does tell you whether or not you're going in the right direction and highlighting that stuff. So there is also a bit of A in there, contemplation. But let's go to the next day because there's a lot more stuff in here. So what we're seeing now is, let's see if we can find the AM, the early AM. The first one out the chute is the sun makes a conjunction with Mercury. And if you thought that, that Mercury is about thoughts, and expression, this is on steroids now because the sun is, is making a whole lot more energy on that. And lo and behold, Mercury is going into its tropical sign that it rules of Gemini, and Gemini being very much the same. Lots of heavy thinking, lots of communication, talking, getting along with people, that sort of thing. We're going to talk about what this means in the hexagram because this is the main influence. The contemplate is the main collective influence from the DreamBot. So what else do we have throughout the day? Well, the moon is going to progress into a opposition with Mars. Now that is very much a stop go. And for a lot of people going to be a go, but consider, we talked about this in the last report where the Mars is headed into tropical Cancer. So it is going to be kind of bogged down with emotions, unclarity, and not wanting to go. Cancer is kind of like a stay-at-home kind of a body. So that'll be interesting for you, and each person probably be affected differently there. Then the moon makes a trine with Uranus and Venus. This is where the collective is going to be. The only inference of the collective is probably here. Initially, you're looking at Aquarius for your collective concerns. And who rules Aquarius? It's Uranus. So there is a collective being here, but he loves changes and all that. And we already talked about the conjunction with Venus, Venus being about relationships. So very much a collective kind of alignment there. But clearly, from looking at I-Ching hexagram 20 on the Rave Mandala, this is where this Sun conjunct Mercury exists. And by the way, they conjunct and then head right into Gemini. They cross from Taurus into Gemini at exactly the same time as they are conjunct, hand in hand. And so it's a very powerful alignment. And, you know, it's pretty incredible when you see what the I-Ching reading is. And we're going to do that next. But let me get back to unzoom. All right, there's the I-Ching hexagram 20 says I can't make this stuff up. Contemplation. And in contemplation, here's the image is the wind blows over the earth, the image of contemplation. Thus the kings of old, that was a typo, the kings of old visited the regions of the world, contemplated the people, and gave them instruction. So you can see where we're headed here. The winds of inspiration and creativity are coming from your diligent use of contemplation. Only those who contemplate during this period are going to reap the benefits. And the benefits are the next sentence. It enables them to apprehend the mysterious and divine laws of life. This is big. This is not just your normal day-to-day sit down and think about something. So anyway, let's get back to this. By means of profoundest inner concentration, they give expression to these laws in their own persons. Thus, a hidden spiritual power emanates from them, influencing and dominating others without their being aware of how it happens. And so you can see all of these collective memes in the I-Ching reading, which is incredible because the Sun and Mercury are transiting. You know, hexagram 20 is actually in Taurus, in tropical Taurus and tropical Gemini. And so it is the bridge. So I find that it's interesting because it's, first of all, you have to contemplate to get the benefit. It's going to give you inspirations about what you need to be doing next or not doing, stop, go, that kind of thing. And then if you do it really well, you're going to get the hidden laws of the divine laws of life, and you are going to affect the collective. So it's all in the DreamBot, as above, so below. This to me is absolutely incredible. So here's our slides that we're going out to social media tomorrow. If you're seeing this on Sunday, this is going to be on Monday on NationalDreamCenter. Contemplation. Stop what you're doing and think for a while. Mercury conjunct Sun offers clear insights. But here is the more profound, this thing got cut off for some reason. All right. The influence is Mercury conjunct Sun, and then the solution is everything we talked about. Deep contemplation. This is a special time. This is just these 2 days, as a matter of fact, Monday and Tuesday. And I'll correct this page before I post it because it got snipped off the bottom. But it has the I-Ching reading. It has the number, and then it's got a few more words for the solution. I've got to tell you that this is the most, the seamless, the most clear connection across the board for all the three different sort of technologies that we do. And then looking at the solution itself as well, we're looking at Taurus. And so Taurus is very experiential, and it does require a lot of slowdown. And, you know, Taurus is well known for being bullheaded. So we really want to make sure that you watch out for that particular solution to play out and not get too bullheaded. In this, it is a lot more about Gemini. So you're going to use that influence for your benefit. It goes well with the Mercury and the Sun. So take some time off. That is perfectly Taurus. So taking a time off, some time down, and just think and get rid of your distractions, get rid of the negativity. This is genuine thinking. This isn't like creating false stories about yourself like, well, I'll never make it and woe is me and all that stuff. Emotional thinking. This is just clear thinking without all the distractions, both inner and outer. Okay. So make sure you spend that time and do that in the next couple of days, and we'll see you on Tuesday evening. Thanks, everybody. Be well.